Hi guys, Nicholas here at Online Calisthenics, and today we're going to talk about 3 exercises to burn your core and your chest at the same time. And before we get started, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's start with the first exercise. It's actually going to be 3 exercises in one. So it's basically going to be a flow that includes a downward dog, a half plank, and then a cobra position. And then you're going to cycle through those 3 movements and come back to it. Start in the downward dog position. Extend your shoulders. You want to have your ears between your biceps and have your legs straight, pushing in your heels. Let's take a look. Half plank. Raise up to the cobra and come back up. Like I said before, what really matters here is to have your straight legs when you're in that downward dog position, so that you make sure your glutes are engaged, your hamstrings are engaged, your core is tight. You want to have your pelvis tilted in, shoulders extended. So that means you got to shrug up those shoulders to make sure that your ears are between your biceps, and then control the descent. So don't drop into that push-up. You're going to have to control it with your core. A lot of triceps, lots of chest. So it's a complete movement. Let's take a look. From here you control, and then you end up in that half plank position. And it's more of a pseudo plank position, which means that you have to bring your hips almost to your hands, which makes it really hard to hold the position here. You want to have your feet perpendicular to the floor, and then move on to the cobra here by flipping your toes backwards. Extend your arms, look upward, and then try to really straighten your back up. So you can have a slight arch in that mid lower back section here, so that it allows you to look up, and then you're going to come back in reverse back to that downward dog position here. Always try to stay slow and control on the way down. Look up and then push as strictly as you can. Now let's move on to the second exercise, which is going to be the hands off push up to a plank. So it's going to be 2 exercises in one. We're going to start in a hollow body plank position, move down to the ground, take our hands off the ground, and then back up to the plank. Let's take a look. And back up. So let's talk about details here. You want to start in that hollow plank position. That means your pelvis should be tilted just like in the previous exercise. Toes perpendicular to the floor, hamstrings engaged and legs straight. Lean forward, hands under your chest, and then control the descent and get your chest to the floor, lifting your hands up. Here, basically you want to transition into a scorpio position, similar to the cobra that we saw before, except your feet are off the ground on this one. And you want to extend your spine when you're at the bottom, and then round it again, hollow your body again to start the push-up right here, and then finish tall at the top. Extend your hands, lift it off, and then press back up into that hollow position. So the whole point here is to go from that slightly arched scorpio at the bottom to that hollow position at the top. And working this is going to really trigger your core muscles and make it burn. That's going to include your chest. That's a very hard push-up to execute. And if you do enough of them, you're going to definitely feel the burn and make progress over time. Now let's move on to the third exercise, which is a sunny bird to a knee tuck. So it's a dynamic exercise inspired by yoga and calisthenics. Let's take a look. Extend your arm forward and your legs backward, and then try to maintain a straight line between your fingers and your toes. That's the whole point here. And then try to connect your knee and your elbow. Really come in full extension in the scapula, glute activation to the max, extend your feet backwards, and really make that power throughout the entire muscle chain. So don't just focus on your leg or your arms, focus on really both at the same time, so that you can action what's in the middle, which is your core and your glutes. Thanks for watching today, guys. These movements are part of the upcoming Yogasthenics program that's going to be live on the Online Calisthenics platform starting in September. So I'm very excited to announce that. Thank you for watching, and drop any question in the comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys.